interested to see what we get out of Twisted Minds. It's just been so up and down, like I said, for both teams. Where are they going to stabilize? Are they going to land somewhere in the middle? How much space is going to be given? I think FURIA are going to probably hold a little bit more possession if I had to guess, just based off play styles. But Nupo going to pass this one into the middle and also hands it off to Rise. First goal is going to be a nice little give and go. Started off the backboard, flip early into the clear, and Rise eager to take advantage of that space.
Good follow through from Rise. Really wonder if he had a...
It's ball cam and non-ball cam is always an interesting topic. You remember in season 1 as well, some players like Lechino used to have hold the ball cam on.
Yeah, and take it off the shoot.
Yeah, I mean, some people prefer that at the beginning to have more accuracy on the ball. I don't think that stayed around though. Oh, Drufinho, okay. He's staying around in the offensive half. An early retaliation from FURIA 1-1.
Good squeeze, and Lost actually doing a lot of good work there. Look at the extra screen he gets on the defenders coming out from net and letting Drufinho come in for a solid score, and Atomic with a decent clear.
It was the clear games that worked out for Twisted Minds, so got them that first goal. Good transitions. Here comes Rise, maybe looking for a demo. Nupo just going to flick this one on early and let Yan try and handle it in the air. Good pass off into the corner. These guys are holding on to possession. Dealing with it relatively well, but not enough. Rise, how did he squeeze this through?
That's tragic. Drufinho 0 boost, so he doesn't quite have the ability to put as much pressure on it. Look at Rise, just a little tap off the spoiler, and Lost also a 0 boost, not enough to cover the gap.
Very consistent on converting, and conversion is actually a big issue that I saw against Karmine Corp for their game. I mean, they just felt like couldn't get many goals going, but Lost. Wow, he's going to start us off again. 2-2. FURIA have always been quick to respond, and look at the work. Look at the hustle from Drufinho.
The real three-man effort there too. Yan initially missing that challenge, but continued the play, forcing the pressure onto the players on the wall, looking for the bump. And you're right, Drufinho, a little bit of extra effort, keeping that ball away from the wall and just out into the middle. Lost, great placement. 2-2. It's a battle in game 1, no doubt.
Hold on a second, Lost. Is he going to do another one? The cringe play goes for the bump, and he's just living rent-free in the minds of Twisted.
The worst part is Rise knows he can see the pass option on the left, so it's not like he can just commit to playing Lost. He does have to wait just in case he passes it, and that's what allows the air dribble bump to come through. Great play from Lost.
As frustrating as that is to handle, it's just such a smart idea for Lost to handle it going forward with that demo. And now Nupo squeezes this one directly across the net. Atomic, look at the patience as well. He just let FURIA panic on the goal line. They wanted to rush in that corner. They thought, when should I go for this challenge?
Not exactly a sour taste in your mouth, but it's like, probably shouldn't be allowed that.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Atomic, last man back, has to get a touch. Loving these little drops to the corner. At least try and utilize each other on the transitions, but that's going to be a wide open net. Yan, all he has to do is land on top of it.
Never count Yan out. Nice ball. Finally, he has a little bit of room to work with, and he's actually beating all 3 players at Twisted Minds.
The 1v3, you talked about Drufinho coming in here, but we all know the shadow that Yan can cast on this match. There he is, just letting his name and letting the ball rip. 4-3, 50 seconds to go. Twisted Minds, I thought they had dominance early on, but FURIA slowly starting to run away with this game, and another shot slides in.
A great time for Yan to wake up right at the end when you need a go-ahead goal, and then insurance. Great containment in the corner, doesn't overplay it, just says, yeah, make your clear, and I'll see what you give me. A miracle is right, and it's going to start right about now, especially because you need 2. And look at Lost just getting huge in the midfield. Nupo, this, forced into a pinch, and Drufinho knew it. He could see his approach to that sidewall and said, yeah, pinch is coming. Great patience from FURIA to lock it down at the end of the day in game 1. And FURIA couldn't ask for a better start.
Yeah, but you know, we can't count out Twisted Minds. I thought they still showed up, especially in that first half. Reconstruct and reconsider their approach. Will things change, or do FURIA continue to 1v3 in certain aspects?
It was certainly a great kickoff for them. Unfortunately, didn't bear any fruit. Lost Lost making a nice save. Second chance for Rise. Lower left corner, no good as well. Yan equal to that. Rise wisely denying the boost. Doesn't have to worry about playing the ball. It's much easier to starve out your opponents and go for the siege than it is anything else. Nupo wants a double tap. Lost has to spend everything to get it out to safety, and FURIA being hounded relentlessly in front of the net.
Oh, Rise, that's the pass, the give and go in the corner. And I think the boost starvation is just starting to play and run an effect on the FURIA defense. You see the pass, Atomic back to Rise. Nobody can get in front of it. And with immediate passing in between each other in the midfield, we've got another muscle matchup to see who can win these 50-50s.
Oh, Nupo, be careful. He's dangerous here. Almost got the dunk, holding the flip as long as possible. Just under it. And FURIA looking to find some type of answer, but this is dangerous. Atomic 1v1, hard flick, top right corner, great save. FURIA rallying back to the defense in time, but again, a similar situation to earlier, limited boosts. Lupo, this is an awkward read, and good ball out into empty space. It will concede possession, but Yan not able to really get a good handle on it. Drufo with 0. This one up in front, Rise just forcing into the corner, and the worst time for Lost to be at 0. Still gets a beautiful flick. Deep left, there's Drufo on the ceiling. Here's Lost, and an extra clear from Rise. Atomic will leave it for Nupo. Slapped to the floor, and Twisted Minds survive.
Twisted Minds have some confidence now and some proof of concept as they took game 2.
Big 50 from Yan, and look at that. Lost going for a little bit of a screen on Rise, just trying to force him off the play. Unfortunately, follow-up not quite ready. Here it comes, and that's a great stop from Nupo. Unfortunately, the third one of the three-headed Hydra comes through. Yan taps it home.
And there it is. That's the solo play. Drufinho just opened up so much space. He got the flick over one player, then bumped the second goalie. And FURIA are able to just capitalize. It's given right back into Rise's hands, but look at how quick FURIA can turn the tides and flip the table.
Look at this catch from Nupo out of the corner. Flip reset under one. Turns it into a dribble with a bump now. And double demo. This one's going to go high, but can you score it? Rise has to let it bounce. And it's actually a counter back the other way. Did Lost get enough juice on it? Not quite.
Playing it safe, of course. You've only got 36 seconds to run this clock down. But for Nupo, that's going to add pressure. I mean that everybody on Twisted Minds has to send themselves forward. You got to send the army, send the brigade. There's not enough time left.
Great timing from Drufo. Just coming in there, maybe enough to turn it in, and the solo effort breaks through the midfield line, and in fact, all the way to the net.
It always starts in these corners with one player from FURIA. If they have boost, they're going to outplay you. That's another situation where Drufinho can 1v2, 1v3 everybody. Is enough to break through your defense. That's a problem. And now they've got to handle it and might have to regroup as we head into game number 4 with FURIA taking the lead in the series.
Match point, and this game definitely decided by the boost battle. FURIA able to keep a lot more consistent pressure and
vigorously, or is he just gonna let it fall down? Won the 50-50. It passed through, but they're not gonna hold on to too much possession because here comes the Orange Squad.
Good save, and Nupo, good couple of wall dashes, and a 50. There's Atomic, and it's enough. What a job from Twisted Minds to get out in front.
Wow. That's a great touch from Rise over to Nupo, who followed through. At first, he thought he was giving away possession, but he just kept boosting forward and said no. That typically start in the corner of your opponent's half, but this man can do it all, even whenever he's far back on defense. Here he is again. He's looking for demos. Nupo, so aggressive. What does Rise have now? Double flip reset over one player. It looks fancy, it looks juicy, and it's going to set up Nupo once more. Rise being the catalyst in this play.
Really nice job. I mean, that was the softest flip reset catch off the sidewall I think I've seen in a while, and it just got that little deceptive pop coming off the other end of it. I mean, that's tough to defend if you don't expect that type of power. And here we'll just keep possession and decent 50 with a couple of bumps.
Oh, look at the pre-jump too from Nupo.
Sailing now.
You see Nupo, he's just getting up early. This is a lot of confidence. We haven't seen this type of Twisted Minds, I don't think, all series long. And look at this aggression. I mean, come on. This is what we wanted. This is what you were asking for on Twisted Minds. Attack the goal line and send the house and you bump one out of the way, and Rise yet again getting involved. And just in time, right before we get into Game 5, Twisted Minds, in my opinion, I think this is the best that they've looked all series long. Not just because of the scoreline, just the way they're approaching this game. The confidence right now just filling their veins. And that's going to be an instant response against FURIA. Nothing going their way, and here comes FURIA.
Careful, big transition coming back the other way. Drufo bobbing and weaving through a lot of heat coming his way, finds an excellent clear.
Oh no.
Drufo with a chance to close
it
no.
out.
Double demos,
That's
barred in. Atomic comes through and drops the hammer with 15 left.
Eventually, it works out. Twisted Minds have been doing this all Game 5, sending 2 players forward. One's getting the demos, one's behind the ball, and the third one is striking it well. 15 seconds. Couldn't have come at a better time. And now you just got to run this clock down.
Could not have come at a better time is right. Someone's got to do something now. Atomic. Great cover.
Here we go.
Rufo looking for a little help from Yan Yan. That's
FURIA.
a hard touch to get back to, and Nupo's gonna eat it up. Thank you very much.
That's gonna do it. Twisted Minds get some revenge against FURIA, especially when we look back all the way to the Birmingham Major. They got knocked out by FURIA in the playoffs. Here they are, like I said, getting that revenge, and it's got to feel good, especially for Rise and his history against FURIA. That ball's gonna hit the ground. Twisted Minds do it, and they move on 2-1 in the Swiss stage.